Welcome to Broke Ass to Badass, where heart-led entrepreneurs learn to build the businesses and lives of their dreams with confidence, ease, and joy. This is the anti-hustle movement, and we're your coaches in badassery, Kimi and Pua.
Find out more at bledigital.com, and wherever you're listening to this, be sure to click subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Welcome. First podcast of 2019. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Here we are coming at you live. All right. Hi.
Hi. Sorry, I'm doing all the things.
I forget how to do this already. Okay, so here we are in January 2019. Holy moly. Okay, so we are today going to be sharing with you some of our plans for this new year. And we have been, since our last episode where we talked about kind of reflecting on this past year and taking you guys through that big visioning exercise, we've been doing the same for ourselves. And we've been having a lot of fun, just kind of visioning into what we're going to be creating in this new year. We've been working with, talking with each other, talking with our amazing Facebook ads specialist and coach, Sherry Lee. Oh my gosh, you guys, she is so amazing. We just had this incredible call with her yesterday and have been kind of putting together our plans for January and beyond. So we've also been talking with our tribe on Facebook. If you're not there, bledigital.com/tribe will get you there. And we've been talking with our community there about what their goals are, what they most want to create and learn about in this next year. And hands down, people are like, we want to blow up our email list. We want to expand. We want to reach more people. And so we're going to be talking a little bit about that today. And we have a special invitation for you guys to join us for a free online business summit that we're going to be hosting this month to help you to blow up your email list in 2019.
Hi, Marna. We're live on Facebook, guys. If you're listening to this on the podcast, you're like, I want them to say hi to us. Watch us on Facebook. We go live now on our page, but only when we want to.
Because we do what we want.
We do what we want. Yes. So I'm going to throw a link in Facebook and also say it for anybody watching on the podcast. So we're going to talk today about 10Xing our business, and specifically, we're going to touch on list building, because this is something that we personally have not focused a ton on, and it's time. Because honestly, we learn as we go. And this is one of those things that in hindsight, if I could talk to Kimi and Pua of 2014, I would say, girls, build your list right now. And so if you're just starting, or if you aren't just starting and you are craving a bigger email list, or if you don't know why an email list is so important, all of those things will be answered today. But first of all, if you guys don't already have this, I'm going to put a link for you to download our business planner. It's free. bledigital.com/badass.
Can we also talk about how amazing your lashes look? Because I can't stop staring at them.
Oh, dang. I got Lashify over the break.
Oh my gosh.
It's life-changing.
Just go ahead, drop your link for that too. I want it.
I have a link for 20% off if you guys
Oh my God, they look amazing.
Thanks. I won't go into it unless you ask questions.
I might.
It could go on forever.
People can drop their questions about your lashes in the comments as well.
I love it. I love it so much.
It looks so amazing. I want it, and I want your tutorials on how to put them on, because I feel like there might be some user error when I try to apply them.
bledigital.com/Lashify. We'll get you Lashify tutorial. We should do that.
Let's do that. Lashify, please sponsor us.
Oh my gosh. I know, for real though, I would love to get the owner of Lashify on our podcast. And even if you're like a dude who's never going to get lashes, or if you don't care about lashes or don't want them, go to the Lashify Instagram account and watch a couple of the lives that her name is Sahara. I don't know how she pronounces it, but this woman is like as real as it gets. She don't give an F. She just loves her business. She loves her products. She loves her company. She loves her clients. And she's just like, she operates from a place of service 100% of the time. She does what she loves. And you can like feel it. But she's also like kind of crude. And like, she has this bulldog that she's always yelling at. She's like, just stop whining. Stop, shut up. Like, I don't know. She's so funny.
And sounds like our people.
Totally. Coming on the podcast someday.
Oh my God. I can't wait. Oh, yay. All right. Okay. So you drop that in there. Oh, and if you're listening on the podcast, you can go to bledigital.com/badass to grab that as well. And that's like a really great little tip right there. Talk about like list building basics, right? So we're going to be sharing all about different ways that you can create things that inspire people to give you their most precious thing, which is their email. And it's a responsibility that we don't take lightly. It's like in this day and age, like nobody walks around saying like, man, I wish I had more email. And so it's really important that we treat email relationships as the special things that they are. That's such a weird way to say it, but you know what I mean.
Totally. And it's dead on, right? We don't want more email. Nobody wants more email. So for somebody to give you their email address, it's more than just somebody who's joined your email list. It is somebody's vote that you are worth taking up that space in their inbox, right? Mm-hmm. Like I don't join email lists with like, unless I know I can unsubscribe like quickly. I'm just joining it for that 10% off or whatever, which is another strategy, right? Or because I really believe in this person or this service, or I really have been convinced that it's worth my time. So we're going to talk to you all about that. We'll kind of touch on each of these things today, but we're hosting a 3-week summit specifically on building your email list, 10xing your business in 2019. And that starts next week. And we'll share more about that as we go here today.
Yeah. Maybe we can touch upon real fast why for us in 2019, we're so focused on email and, just give you kind of this, just why that's a part of our 10X plan. And one of those things is that, email is something that you can, it's like when you are collecting emails, you are in control of when you are communicating with the people that have blessed you with this email exchange, right? So there's more and more talk out there in the online marketing space of like, I've seen even like drastic headlines, like is social media dead? Which we know it's not. There's always this really important place for social media marketing. It's fun. It can help expand your reach, and it is a very, very powerful tool. And there is so much about social media that we can't control, right? We have heard, I feel like, oh my gosh, if I had $1 for every time somebody said the word algorithm in the past like year or two, like we'd be rich. And right. And so there is all this talk of like, there these mysterious algorithms and algorithms always changing. And like many of these social media platforms where they're really pushing people to, especially businesses, to have to pay to play. Right? Where, okay, if you're putting money towards Facebook ads or Instagram ads, you're more likely to have your stuff seen and all of that. And there's just all these, different strategies out there that we certainly teach in our programs and to our clients about how to hack the system, how to like our Facebook ads coach, Sherry Lee, she's always telling us how you can make Facebook your friend and work with Facebook. Like for sure, there are great strategies out there. But also it is just good business practice to also be collecting emails and to be thinking about your email marketing strategy for the year because, and as you grow your business, because when that email is going to end up in somebody's inbox. You know exactly where it's going to end up. They will, hopefully, if they're not drowning in email, see your email come through. And it is just the return on investment for the time is absolutely huge. So we're really excited about this. And again, always for like our way of approaching things again is like really not just thinking about like collecting emails, like, oh, how many emails can you get? But it's also about like making sure they're the emails of your ideal clients, right? The right emails, and that you're going to really have a plan for nurturing that relationship once you sounds like it's like sounds so intimate, but it kind of is, right? Again, it's that really special energetic exchange. And so if somebody blesses you with their email, what does the relationship look like from there? So we're going to be talking about all of this in much more detail over the next few weeks.
I forget where I saw. Oh no, I know where I saw this, but I don't want to admit to it because it's really embarrassing. But Facebook is for old people now. Have you heard that? Like kids know that if they're on Facebook, that it's only going to be like their parents and their grandparents that see their stuff.
Yeah.
So they're really careful. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's true. I saw it when I was watching Fuller House. Anyway.
Oh.
I also watch other things on Netflix. Anyways, what was I going to say? I was going to say so many things. Oh, yeah. Okay, so email, I don't know why email has the longevity that it does. Like it's been around for so long, and it was around before we started using it. So I think we don't even know how long it was around. But like there are statistics, and we actually have a training for this in our B2B course. And I found my notes on it, and I'm just breezing through them. But the very first statistic on the page says the number of email users worldwide is forecasted to rise to 2.9 billion by 2019. Rise, not fall. Okay, so social media comes and goes, but email is still growing. That's like that stat alone should tell you that like your email list is here to stay. Your Facebook followers come and go, your Instagram followers come and go, right? And this marketing strategy, yes, you don't want to like just make it a game of collecting emails. It needs to be the right emails. And we definitely have learned that the hard way, right? Because our business has evolved over time. And so many of the people on our list that have been there since the beginning are not entrepreneurs. They're not people who want to have an online business. Maybe they're our friends. Maybe they are people who we worked with when we did corporate work. So they are not necessarily contributing as like a lead pool. And you never know, right? If they're on our list, they've decided to stay, and perhaps they will be one of our best clients. You just never know. But so there is value in making sure that they are the right people coming through onto your list. But it is also a numbers game, right? We all remember mailers, and people still do them. And some organizations spent thousands of dollars printing things out to put in every single mailbox across an entire state or across the whole country, right? It's the same thing. If you put something in 100 people's physical mailbox, one person might call needing your service. We're playing the same game. It's just on the internet, right? So share value, share what you do, hook up your email list with tons of love, discounts, whatever it is that you want to provide to them, knowing that the more people you can reach, the larger the return on this investment will be for you. And it is an investment of time usually, because email tends to be very cheap or free, but it is a numbers game.
For sure. Yeah, email is not going anywhere anytime soon. And, if we look historically at other social media platforms, there are social media platforms that just vanish. And it's heartbreaking, right? When people spend so much time and energy building up a certain platform, and then for whatever reason, it goes away, or it shifts dramatically, or something changes in the algorithm, or something changes in the regulations for it, right? And so like, I think about all those people that were on Vine. Remember Vine? Vine was like such a huge fun thing for a little bit. And then just like in a second, it was gone. And Periscope, oh my gosh, remember Periscope? People used to use that for their business. So this is just sort of like not putting all of your eggs all in one basket. And Instagram is a beautiful platform, but if you spend all your energy there without integrating it with your email marketing, if anything were to shift and you have to end up paying more to play on Instagram, you're going to feel that impact on your business, right? So this is just about it's what we're working on, and we always want to share with you guys what we're focused on, so that you can come along with us. What else are we doing to 10x our business this year?
We are not letting past failures.
Mm.
Yeah.
Failures. We'll put that in.
No, it was
learning opportunity.
I'm not afraid of the word failure. I love that word. And honestly, like the more you fail, the more you fucking fly. Oh crap. Mm-hmm. Wait, it's okay if we swear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Because like, so the example worth talking about here is, you guys know, we ran a couple of launch, we ran some launches last year. That's so weird. It's like last year. And oh my God, there's so many thoughts coming into my head right now. I'm trying to like organize them in a way that doesn't sound
okay.
great.
Just keep your eyes closed and I'll look at your lashes.
Okay. Okay. This is like the reason why I'm having like such a swirly moment is it's all coming back to this numbers thing and to this email list thing. So, okay, stop the swirls. First of all, our launches felt like failures. They felt floppy because our numbers were relatively small. We were working in hundreds, not thousands, right? And when we think about a launch goal, a sales goal, a goal of number of attendees to a webinar or people coming into your group, whatever those numbers are, we have to always look at the bigger pool of people that the message has reached, right? So if we start from like every human on the planet, we have billions of people that we could potentially reach with our message. From those billions, a couple billion aren't good fits for our business, right? Some of them don't want to be entrepreneurs. Some of them don't speak English, right? So this all funnels down. And then finally, at like almost the end, it just basically depends on who we are able to reach in our personal organic networks, through paid advertising, whatever that is. So say at the end of that, our potential reach is 5,000 people, right? With our email list, our social media, our friends, whatever. Of those 5,000, the filters get put into place again, right? Some of them aren't entrepreneurs. Some of them don't like our vibe. From there, it comes down to like, I don't know, 800, let's say. So of those 800, maybe 500 see the message and they opt in. And then 100 of them are available during the webinar. So they plan to see it live. And then 30 of them actually end up going live. See how this works? It's not that you have a bad service. It's not that you don't know what you're doing or that your business is crappy. It's just a numbers thing. So for us, we were working with a specific ad budget. We were working with whatever our network was at the time. And also we did things like run a launch during Thanksgiving week. Bad idea. And, like things like that we learned from.
Just so not doing that will 10x our business in 2019.
So nuts. God. Yeah. I was like, well, the theme for 2018 was, what were we thinking? Well, I was just so many great things happened in 2018. But so like for us, our launches did not pan out the way that we had planned for them to pan out. And it felt like a failure. And launches are a lot of work. It was so much work to put together that webinar, to plan out all the trainings, to do all of the calls and this and that. And it felt defeating. So one of the ways we're 10xing our business this year is to just choose to see the lessons, choose to identify what worked, identify what didn't, segment that out, and run it again.
Yep.
So we are actually going to do a similar launch strategy, changing just a couple of variables at the end of January, but also layer that with a new launch strategy that we're starting next week, right? So we're just pivoting, shifting, rearranging, and not giving up, really.
Mm-hmm. And taking the emotion out of it, as you said, that it's like, right, it's not failure, it's feedback. And when you are able to look at things in that way, then you end up like not throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Is that the saying? Mm-hmm. Right? Because that's the tendency. It's like if we like consider a whole thing like, oh my God, I expected it to be this way, and then it ended up being this way. Therefore, I'm a failure. I must throw the whole thing out and start again. And that will slow your progress, right? Because what we can do is like, okay, interesting. I expected it to be this way and it wasn't. So, but I'm going to take the emotion out of it. I'm going to learn from what worked, learn from what didn't work, and then shift just a few things, right? And then keep going, as Pua said. And that will help you to, not feel like, that's such a weird saying, like not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Like, I don't know who does that or who did that somebody made that saying after. But we don't have to scratch everything and begin again. We can learn from the things that work and just not rinse and repeat. And I think that comes also from like being willing to look at what didn't work. And that's the other thing that happens sometimes too, is we like, if we are too attached to a certain outcome, we don't even want to like look back at how it went because it's like too painful because we're so emotionally attached to it. But if you can let go, then you can learn and you can grow, right? And
sometimes something didn't not work.
Right.
Like if you do a one webinar and it doesn't convert, you didn't do a bad webinar. Maybe your webinar was awesome, but you just did it for the first time and you kind of sucked at it. Mm-hmm. Do it again. Like that.
Do it again.
That's what we're doing. Like we're not going to change our webinar at all. Right. And it didn't actually really convert that well, but it might not be the webinar. Right.
Right. And we also had great coaches too that helped us to look at things in percentages instead of numbers, because we can get so attached to numbers. And I think that's what ends up, really leading us to feel super disappointed, is because we're like, oh my God, like I have to hit this number. And then if I don't hit that number, then I have failed. But for us, when we started looking at things in percentages, we're like, actually, this did pretty good. And we don't have to scratch everything. We can just make a few tweaks and see if we can get those percentages up. Yeah.
Yep.
I think too, like just to get a little bit like woo for 2000, bring a little of the woo into 2019. For me personally, and I know that's something that we've kind of been talking about, is the like letting go of the grippy energy. And that's something that I'm always working on of like, it's so great to have these desires, right? And these like expectations and to set goals. Like we love that. And we get really excited about it. And we set high goals for ourselves because we want to, shoot for the moon so that even if we can land among the stars. But there's this little like letting go piece that has to happen also, that when we have these desires and these goals, like for example, the launch that we did, right? We had really big goals for this launch, and we create the best results and allow for the most growth and expansion in our lives where we can like vision big, but then release, and not hang on so tightly to the way that we think that something is supposed to be. So most misery in life comes from this misalignment between our expectations and reality, right? So if we set some expectations and some goals and some vision for ourselves, and we grip so tightly to that, like this is the only thing that can happen. I need this so badly. I want this to happen so badly. And if not, then I just don't even know what I'm going to do. For one, it makes it really hard to allow that thing into our lives. And then it also makes it really difficult to allow the lessons that we're meant to get, right? So it's like vision big, but then the ultimate is like, can you then let it go so that you can receive whatever you're meant to? I know that's kind of like really way out there and a little bit of woo, as I said, but for me personally, that's something that I'm really trying to work on in my life, is like vision big and then allow whatever is meant to be show up in my life.
It's very Kyle Cease.
Mm-hmm. Yes, right. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, what does he say about that? I forget. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember quotes very well.
It's like, if we're too attached, if we think that like we like, it's great to have these big goals, but if we think that is the only path to our happiness, then that thing won't come to us, because your spirit, your soul wants you to know that you are perfect and okay without it. And so it's only when it's only when you can let it go that you can, and that your happiness is not attached to that thing, that you can actually allow it to enter
your happiness and your service, right? So Kyle Cease is all about I don't know if this is what he's all about, but he definitely teaches
Kyle Cease, this is what you're all about.
This is what you're about, Kyle Cease. Just kidding. He teaches on like not planning, because planning limits the like limitless possibilities of the situation, right? So like even this podcast, we were like, should we jump on a little bit early and talk this out? And we're like, yeah, let's just wing it, because we know like we are talking about things that we know about, and we want this, we wouldn't be engaging in this conversation right now had we put too much structure in place about what we were going to talk about, right? So in the same way, like, and this is where I think business and strategy and all of that kind of, there needs to be a balance, right? Because it's very easy to, let's use the launch, for example, plan out your launch, right? What's your launch goal? Say, $100,000 launch goal, right? So you break it down, you do your percentages, what's your EPL, how many enrollments do you need, how many registrants do you need, blah, 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 blah. So yes, this is important, right? And also remember that we talked about this last time, like goals, the reason why goals are so like sticky for people, it's not because it's because we put so much emphasis on the only way to succeed is achieving the goal. So unless we hit $100,000, we've failed. And that's not true, right? If your goal is ginormous enough, then even if you don't hit the goal, you've succeeded. You've learned. You've still, like if you have $100,000 goal and you make $50,000, you didn't hit the goal, but that's an amazing enrollment, right? So, and that only comes when you are open to whatever comes with a little bit of structure, a little bit of strategy in mind. This is like really difficult for me to hang on to.
It's
and even
slippery
harder to say, but does it make sense?
It does. And it's because life is full of paradoxes, right? Life is a paradox, and it's also slippery. It's like, yes, you need plan, you need a structure, but also you need to just feel good now and allow whatever's meant to be. It's like, yes, and you can have both. And I think just remembering too, like, why do we want any of the goals that we want? We want it so that we can feel good. So how can you feel good now? Okay, we want it to be so we can feel free. Okay, well, how do you feel free now, right? So it's that really beautiful acceptance of where you are right now, and gratitude and appreciating how far you've come and all of that. And also having goals, having support, and a really clear vision for the future. Both and.
And that is how we will 10x our business this year.
Yes, that is.
Like I'm making a joke, but it actually is.
It is. That is exactly it. And also 10xing our business, not because we think that at the end of 10xing our business is our ultimate happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction. Like that only exists in this moment right now. And that is how we 10x our business, by not feeling like we have to 10x our business with that.
10xing our life, baby.
Whoa, that got deep. I promise we're not stoned.
Oh God!
I mean, I know. I promise that.
I know. Me too.
So what else?
I don't even know where to go from here.
Let's share a little bit more about the invitations. A little bit more details where people can find out more.
Yes. Well, since we are still building all the things, you can find out more on Facebook. So it's public, right? It's from our page
on Wednesdays, and then
the event that they can.
Oh yeah.
So all of the information is going to be delivered on Facebook. And if you go to our page, BLE Digital, which if you're watching this, just click on our picture, you're on it. If you're on our podcast, go to Facebook, search for BLE Digital, and there's an event. So you'll see the event for the summit for the next 3 weeks. Click, I think you can even just say you're interested and you'll still get the reminders, but just say you're going because we want you to come. And then you'll get reminders because it's a 3-week, 6-session thing. So the way it's going to work is on Wednesdays, we'll go live on the page. So BLE Digital Facebook page, and we'll do a training. It'll, you can ask questions there. No, you can't. Can you? I don't know. Whatever. Sure. We'll figure it out.
Try.
But then I dare you to ask a question. And then, yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, and then on Fridays, we will have a like true Q&A, no trainings, just questions and answers with us live. And that will be in our Facebook group, our BLE Digital Tribe. I don't know why I'm holding this.
I know, I'm like, do you have Lashify in your hand right now?
Oh my God, I
do! This is like subliminal.
And a pen. I don't know. I don't know the truth with my hands. So I don't even know if that was followable. Yeah, Wednesdays, live on the page, trainings on how to 10x your business in 2019. Fridays, Q&A in the group. And if you're not in the group yet, you can search for BLE Digital Tribe on Facebook or go to bledigital.com/tribe. Ask to join, answer the questions because we like to hear from you. And that'll go for 3 weeks starting next week.
Yeah. And we're sure that you have huge, big visions and goals and everything for your business for this year. But this is like a really simple, powerful, focused way to start is just with blowing up your email, because no matter what it is that you want to create this year, whether it be an online course, which we can help you with, launch your business, grow your business, whatever it is, email marketing is going to help you to do that, right? Because if your goal is to create a course, okay, well, having an email list that you can share that course with is going to be your best first step. And we're here to help you with that. So if you want to join our tribe now, you can get in there. We're going to be, as Pua said, doing our Q&As there, bledigital.com/tribe. And we're looking forward to hanging out with you this month and 10Xing all the things with you. It sounds weird.
What if someone's like, what is 10X? So it's a legitimate question.
That is.
You're basically growing your business by 10. Yeah. But it doesn't have to just be 10. Like, I think that's just like a coined phrase, right?
Yeah.
10X your life.
It sounds like, it feels like expansion to me.
Explosion.
Expanding things to the next level. And it can be your bank account, 10Xing your bank account, 10Xing your monthly income, 10Xing your reach, 10Xing your joy and satisfaction in your life. Yeah, just feels like expansion.
There's a book, isn't there?
I think there is. Yeah,
10X something. It's a good book. And it's all about the numbers, like how and it's about consistency, right? Which is the other thing. If you, and you can apply this to literally everything you do in life, right? So if you are building your email list and you share about whatever that email grab is, right? So one of the things that we'll teach over the next few weeks is how to grow your email list. So say you have something free that you're giving away on your website, and to receive that, somebody will give you their email address. So if you share about that every single day for a week, maybe you'll get 1 or 2 people the first day, maybe you'll get no one the second day, maybe 3 people the third day, and then it'll grow and grow and grow because you were consistent, right? If you share about it one day and you get 2 people, and then the next day you get 0 and you give up, well, you got 2 instead of 12 that you would have gotten in that week, right? So it's like exercise. If you do 10 squats every day for a month, you'll be that much stronger. If you do 100 squats one day out of the month, you'll just be sore, right? It's that, like, things build when you're consistent. So
I think also too, it's like people tend to think only about like doubling, like I'm going to double my income, but sometimes those goals are a little like 10 extra goals, like really blow it up, because again, as we shared earlier, even if you fall short of that 10 mark, you're at the 80 mark, in the 8-time mark instead of the doubling. I don't know, just like different way of thinking.
Yeah, man, this was crazy.
It's still a little bit of that like dreamy, wintry holiday week still, I feel. Like people are still recovering. We still got gingerbread running through our veins.
This is like the week after you come back from a vacation where you're like, you're not really like in one place or the other yet.
Right. And can I just say that collectively, like, I really feel people are like, I feel like people pushing themselves to like, oh my God, like it's already the 4th of January. Like, what I got to catch up on all my email. I got to catch up on this. I got to set on my, like, again, just take it easy. Just ease into it. It doesn't January 1 doesn't have to mean anything. And you can just keep that pace. Like, we don't have to like go from relaxation to like freaking 10x our hustle mode.
Even though we're saying you should.
Yeah, how about 10x your relaxation and restoration and like self-care? 10x your freaking self-care this year. Do that.
And like, I think we don't say this enough because we assume this goes without saying. But when we say things like, we're going to teach you how to 10x your business, we're not also going to teach you how to like 10x the time that you spend on your business. In fact, if we've done our job, your business will blow up and you will work less, because that is literally the foundation of our business is productivity and working smarter, not harder, and creating the abundance, the energy, the flow that you desire and that you deserve without becoming a slave to your own creation. So don't worry.
Don't worry.
They're like, God, I'm already so busy. I'm out. This sounds terrible. Just come. We promise it'll be great.
Yes. And we are so excited to support you guys all throughout this year, whatever it is that you want to create. So just a reminder, again, we say this to you guys periodically, but we just want to remind you that we are real humans, like on the other side of this video, on the other side of this podcast, and that we invite you to reach out to us anytime. We love supporting people that are, eager to create the businesses and lives of their dreams. And we just want you to know that we are here to support you. Pua and I have shared in many interviews that we feel so blessed that we've had each other on this journey, because good Lord, there's many times that we would have been like, that I can't do this. This is too hard. But because we've had each other, we just continue to push each other along and lift each other up at the most critical moments. And it has become our absolute mission to be that for you. So know that whatever your goals are, no matter how big, how scary, you're not alone in this journey. And we're here to help you every step of the way. So we would love to hear how we can support you with your goals. Email us, hello@bledigital.com. Drop into the tribe and just say hi. Message us. We're here. We're just a click away. And we know that together, this is going to be the fucking best year yet.
Best year ever. Best year ever. Bye.
Okay. And we're done.
Yeah, okay, we're done. Mm-hmm.
Awesome, guys. All right. We will see you. We love you. Have a relaxing, amazing rest of your week and month. I don't know. We're going to see you soon. What day is this? I still don't know.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Mike.
Bye, guys.